Peace, peace, love, love, joy, joy. Um, I'd like to talk about two things today. I would like to talk about our some meditation. I think meditation is pivotal in this age that we're in right now, this climate that we're in. Taking time to reflect and put out into the universe that which we would like um, to see the world as. And I did it before where I sat outside and did some meditation. I think I may do that again today. I'm just saying that I love this powerful energy that we have, and I'd like us to all take full advantage of it. You know, even if you don't have the greatest of views, maybe scenery outside, maybe you can take a walk to the park. If not, put on go to YouTube, and they have so many different beautiful scenic areas with relaxing music and meditation. And I remember, I don't know if anybody wants to investigate this, but it's called the power of eight. They said there's something in that number eight. The power of eight is research that was done. I don't remember the woman's name, but what she did is she took eight people. Say, for instance, one person is ill, sick, or something like that. And seven people surrounded that one person that may have been in a hospital or whatever. And they prayed for 8 to 10 minutes. So that's eight people over together. One person that's sick, seven people around them, praying for 8 to 10 minutes. And focusing their energy on the healing of that one. And what they found was that there was power in eight. The eight people, the 8 minutes, and not only for that one person that everyone was focusing on, but in turn, it affected everybody else that may have had big, minor, small situations going on with themselves. But I'm saying all of that to say that we are connected. We, the, the you is an I, and we are one. We are one. We are. And very powerful. One drop of water, like I said, is amazing. Creates oceans, many of drops of water. So billions and millions and all that good. And if you've ever watched The Secret, they talk about how, one person the energy of one person can power a city or something like that. Anyway, I'm saying all that to say that energy is real, once again. And that's what Ascending Bonds of Consciousness, my YouTube channel, is about. Basically, what I put on Facebook, I usually put on YouTube, more or less. And I'd like us all to take full advantage of opportunities that we have. And another opportunity that we have, since energy cannot be destroyed, is the energy of our ancestors. Let me tell you what I know to be true. I know that I have a mother and father. And I know that my mother and father had mothers and fathers. And their mother and father had mothers and fathers. It only takes one mother and father to have an ancestor. You understand what I'm saying? Sure. I mean, at a time, of course. I'm saying all of that to say also that the energy of the ancestors is real, because energy cannot be destroyed. Why not take your energy and the energy of your ancestors and create a life that they would have wanted for you, that you should want for the following generation? Since we are all connected energetically, synergy, there's some real stuff going on with energy. Take a look at tension rings. Take a look at organs. Take a look at how energy is real. Like, it's freaking amazing. You know what I understand too? Why is it that some people say that 5G is not dangerous? And then some people say that it is dangerous. Let me tell you what I know to be true. If you are killing nature in order to create technology, there's a problem with that because that's an imbalance. Nature is something that we need. If you're cutting down a tree to create an electric tower, you are defining the life cycle. You are doing something to take away from the life cycle. I know we need trees, we need animals, we need bees, we need birds. If you are creating an imbalance in nature, you are destroying the world for the future generations. That's what I know to be fact. And somebody made a very interesting point recently. I'm pretty sure it was Young Pharaoh because, I just love Young Pharaoh. He's just truth seeker, truth speaker. Anywho, he was talking about, the food. You know how they say, how you say you are, people say you are what you eat, which is a fact because when my parents was on a farm, if the cows were out in the field and their food was wild, then you had wild onions. And of course, if the cows eat the onion and the cows get the milk is going to taste like onion. That's just a fact. That's what would happen. I don't know what's happening with these cows nowadays because these animals are not treated nowhere near the animals that was on the farm where my parents grew up. That I know to be true. And Young Pharaoh showed the which could make me cry because I don't eat animals and I haven't eaten animals for over 10 years. And this is the reason why. Number one, I know that fish is an animal too. That's just me. It's just a personal choice. I'm a spiritual being having a human experience, and I love connecting with my compassion and my humanity. That's just who I am. I'm not asking anybody to do what I do. I am asking you to seek the truth in what you do. That's all I say. I know that, if an animal was raised on a farm and that animal was then killed, that animal had a better life and it wouldn't be stressed. But they were showing this cow and the cow was literally crying. It was freaking so sad. And that cow knew, and you should have saw the cow's eyes. It was like it was in fear. That fear was in that cow when it was killed. It knew it was going to slaughter. And that is so sad to me. That is just very sad that an animal lives that way and dies that way. It doesn't even get to live a really full life. It's not like it's out in the pasture. No. I'm just saying, we need to be careful in everything that we do. We need to be conscious of what we do, how we do it. I need to get better with what I put into my system, because food is real. Potato chips in a bag do not come from a tree. So eating potato chips out of a bag is not the most natural way to eat potato chips. Potato chips should be, if you're going to make them, that's the best way. I saw, please. I'm recording. Thank you. Wait till I finish. I'm almost finished, okay? The best way to eat your food is to make it yourself, of course. And if you're eating something that came from a bag, that's not really natural. Processed food is technically not more natural than making it yourself. And if you're eating an animal that you don't even know how it lived, and I know a lot of times people go to the store and they see that they pick out the animal and the kids be like, oh my God, I can't eat that. That's more natural to do than to just go to the store with something that don't have a face on it and decide that, that's something that's good for you. I don't care how much you pay for it. I don't care which grocery store you got it from. You don't know the background of that animal, then you have no idea how it lived its life till it got to that point to you. And I'm not saying that I'm going to raise cows and kill cows and pigs and chickens. I'm not saying I'm going to do that. But I would be more of a proponent of that than what we're doing today. And we've become very conditioned and mentally to do things that's not natural. Like grocery stores are technically not natural. That sounds like a weird statement because we're so used to doing it. But, you're really supposed to be growing your own food. That's just a fact. When you're paid, when farmers were being paid not to farm, there was a method in the madness. If you become self-sufficient and not have to depend on outside sources in order to get your food, shelter, and water. If you can be able to get those things, okay, calm down, Willetta. I'm saying a little bit too much. Anyway, I do feel that self-sufficiency is the best way to live your life. Growing your own food, even having your own natural water, because I remember a time when water was free. Now you have to pay for it in order to get clean water, which is insanity. That's insanity. So let's utilize the energy of the ancestors, one another, to kind of get back on track. Getting back on track is a good thing. Let's utilize our Malcolm X, the Malcolm X in us. Let's do that. There's some real truth in Malcolm. He wasn't sleeping. We were, and a lot of us still are. And if we're not paying attention, I'm telling you, it's going to be rough for us. So, however you plan to do it, I say, whatever it takes. Anyway, peace, peace, peace. Love, 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 joy, joy, joy. And truth, truth, truth.